Okay, this is my first ever YouTube video and voiceover, and this took me like 1,000 attempts to edit. I have no idea what I'm doing, so please bear with me, and if it's like terrible, please, I already know. So yeah, we just removed the first set that you saw at the start. We removed that with 100% acetone and foils. Now I'm just doing cuticle work, so I have it on forward mode, I think this is forward mode, yeah. So forward mode, doing the left side of her cuticles. We're just pushing back the skin and the dead skin off her nail plate. So then we're going in reverse. It's really great when you have a drill that does forward and reverse, because I used to not when I first started nails, and it was difficult to get both sides because it obviously only goes one way. So yeah, we're just pushing back the cuticles here with this bit. I don't know where this bit's from. I think it's actually from Shein. I only just started using it because I only found it like a week ago, but it's really good. And then I'm going with this ball bit because she is a ex-nail biter. She still does bite her nails a little bit, but not as much as she used to, so she does have quite thick cuticles. So I just use that ball bit just to push back the skin a bit more. Then I dust off a lot. I always want to see what my work looks like so far, so I just dust off a lot. Then I'm going in with this sanding band. How cute is this pink sanding band, by the way? This sanding band's real cute. So I use that just to remove the shine, just to prep the nail. I'm only going 5 rotations per minute, and I'm not doing this to debulk the nail. And I say that because that's what, when I first started doing nails, I used to think your nails had to be absolutely shredded to bits for them to stick, and they really don't. So yeah, then I just cut the cuticles a little bit, dusted off the dust, and a little hack, not really a hack because I'm probably sure everyone does this but me, but I only just started doing this. So the nail tips are probably going to be the same size on the other hand, so when you've measured out one finger, just grab the same size and put the other tip on the box, so you have one for your next hand. But always check that it's the right one, the right fit for the other hand before you stick it on. But yeah, this just saves a bit of time. Sticking tips on for me is probably the longest thing that takes. Oh my god, the thing that takes the longest. Oh, this is why I've never done like voiceovers before, because I can't get my words out. And I'm also really bad at the lengths at the moment. I'm really bad at guessing, keeping the lengths all the same when I'm cutting them down. But it's a work in progress. I can fix that with more. Oh god, I don't even know what I'm saying. With more nails I do. I don't know. Fuck. Yeah, and this tip cutter pings the tips like into your eyes, like they want you to be blind. Anyway, yeah, I like to put the nails next to each other just to check they are the same length. And of course, when I cut all these bitches' tips, she was like, "Oh, they're too long." Okay. So we cut them again. I know you can get like magnets that you put on these tip cutters, but I can't find them. I don't know where people get them from. Where can I get them from in the UK? Like the little magnets that you put on them so that all the tips are the same length. I don't know. But these tips are from Amazon, by the way. I wanted to say where everything was from, and I've literally not done that once. So I'm really sorry. If you want to know where anything's from, please just comment below and I will let you know. And then I just go in with a sanding band just to go over the tips where the tip meets the natural nail. I'm not actually touching the natural nail. I'm just blending the tip to the nail. Yeah. And then I get alcohol. This is isopropyl alcohol. And I did actually dust the dust off first, and then I went in with the alcohol. I use this as my dehydrator because if I'm using alcohol, I don't need to then go in with basically alcohol again in a little bottle to dehydrate. And then I'm going in with Young Nails Protein Bond, is it? Yeah. Protein Bond Primer. I love this. The person's nails I'm doing now is my sister, and she, her nails before used to pop off and lift real bad within like a couple of days. Doesn't matter how good the prep was. But since getting this primer, her nails last now, which is like great. So yeah, I always start with a clear acrylic. just in case I want to do a backfill, like if I want to completely change the design, I don't have to like take them off every time. And also just to protect the nail plate from the coloured acrylic, because sometimes it can stain. So yeah, now I'm going in with my purple. This is from Glitterama. I'm not sure of the name, but if you want to know, I'll go and check. Just leave a comment if you want to know what shade this is. And the glitter I'm using for the marble nail is from Shein. They have great glitters on there and super cheap. So I'm just doing that. I don't always start at the top. I know right now I've just started at the cuticle, but I don't always put the bead right at the cuticle at the very start. I think it's just because I was doing a colour acrylic, I seem to start at the top, because some colour acrylics are really like buttery. You can like pat them down the whole nail, some aren't. Obviously that could also be based on you, blah 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 blah. Yeah, so on the ring finger I'm doing an accent one, so I'm using white, purple and some glitter. I'm doing like a little marble moment. I used to really like hate doing marble because I used to think they were really hard, but actually I think the key to doing marble is to not think about it too much, because if you think, oh like god, how am I going to do this, how am I going to make sure it's even, how am I going to make sure it's covering the whole nail, I think the more you think about it, the more complicated you make it, if that makes any sense. So yeah, I'm just doing that. I'm using all the white is also from Glitterama, and I also don't add thick layers of the pigmented the coloured acrylic. I don't like do a thick layer because I build the thickness with the clear. As you can see, my purple pot is actually quite small. Glitterama have these really good like different pot sizes where you can get small ones. This is the smallest size you get. It was like £1.50. So I guess it's kind of like money saving as well, because clear acrylic isn't that expensive. I don't think. Well, where I get it from, it's not anyway. So I do the thickness with the clear, buy the small pots in the coloured acrylics, and yeah, that way I seem to save a bit of money, if that makes sense. So yeah, thin layer, then clear. I think something else I just want to point out, when I first started doing nails, I used to think, when you're doing the cuticle, you have to put the bead right where you want it to be, but no, like put the bead a little bit below the cuticle and then use your brush to kind of push it up, because for some reason I don't know, there's so many things I used to do wrong that now I look back and I think, well, what the hell, just what the fuck. Yeah, I don't show every nail here, I don't think. I don't show the thumb anyway, because that's boring. I need like a better setup as well. If anyone can recommend like a good way I can film more videos, because I did actually enjoy filming the process, and now I'm editing it, I am actually enjoying seeing the process. I'm just not good at voiceovers. So yeah, if anyone can recommend me like a better setup to put my camera, that would be real great. And also video suggestions as well, because yeah, I don't know if I already mentioned it, but I want to like try and help people that are just starting nails, have information kind of all in one video, where I get things from, where to buy them from, etc. So yeah, that would be great if anyone has any video recommendations that you want me to do. So now that's all set, I'm just going in with this drill bit. I think this is from Shein. It's not coarse at all, it's quite fine. It's probably more for like gel, like removing top coat of gel and stuff like that, but I use it just to smooth over the acrylic. I do also hand file, but I like this bit just to make it's less effort than a hand file anyway. And then I also seal the cuticle with it. I think it's really great for sealing the cuticle. It does a really good job of that. Drill bits off of Shein are like £1. Like I have a debulking bit from Shein that's £1, and it's really, really good. So definitely look on Shein if you can, because some drill bits on Amazon and that are really expensive, and honestly you can get the same ones off of Shein, if I'm honest. As well, this drill bit is really good for getting, you know, any little lumps underneath your nail, underneath the free edge bit, where you've like added a little bit too much acrylic and it's got under the nail, just to get that out, which is also a step I never used to do, which is quite funny looking back. And also in a second I'm going to show you the sanding band that you use to, you know, prep your nail with is also great for buffing. So yeah, I'm going with my 100. I either use a 100 grit file or a 180 grit. Some people also really like 80 grit files, which I think I've tried as well and I don't like it, but that might work for you. So yeah, I'm just doing the edges, the free edge, and I also just skim over the top of the bottom half of the nail. I just always like to do this because I feel like it gives a really nice finish, rather than using a drill bit for that part. And of course, I'm checking my length because, like I said, that's something I still struggle with. Just checking the length. And also a tip, to make sure that your free edge is really straight. If you just flip the hand round, and use the file like this kind of way, you can get a really crisp free edge as well. So yeah, to get more than one use out of your sanding band, I also love using it to buff. I also do go in with a buffing block, but it's totally not necessary if you do this. Yeah, I just feel like this will like give you like the most perfectest buffed nails ever. I only started doing it recently. I'm sure people have been doing this for ages. But yeah, then I go in with these buffers. These are also from Shein. My sanding band's also from Shein. I just go in with the flat side of, not the flat, the finer side of the buffer, just to make sure it's super going to be, you know, the top coat's going to look super shiny and not bumpy, because I feel like that can really ruin a set. Some people also put oil on the nail and then buff it, but I feel like that could make your set kind of pop off, because, like, not set, like the top coat, because you might have a little bit of oil left on. So now I'm just going in with my isopropyl alcohol and a lint free wipe, also from Shein. My little pump is also from Shein, and I get my alcohol from Amazon, just to get the dust off before I do my top coat, because that's another thing that's really annoying. I'm using the Nailwme top coat, and then I cure it for 60 seconds. And this top coat's really good. I also use the Glitter Bell non-wipe top coat as well. They're both really good. This one is like £7. Yeah, it's really, really good. And then I go in lastly with my cuticle oil. I do just leave the nails for a little bit after coming out the lamp, because if cuticle oil gets on it fresh out the lamp, it can make the top coat go a bit funny, like a bit cloudy and not shiny anymore. I don't know why, but yeah, it does definitely do that. So let this now cool down a little bit, and that's what we've done. That's the set we've done today, and I love them. Hope you enjoyed.